Hi, thank you so much. Fuck me. I've been reading the Bible lately. I'm not a Christian or anything. I'm just reading it out of curiosity. Some people call it the good book. It's not that good. It's all right. Everyone has their own interpretation of it. My interpretation of the scripture, which could be different from a lot of yours, to each their own, is that God is kind of an arsehole. He does kind of a lot of bad things in the Bible. He sent his own son to be crucified, which to me is worse than Michael Corleone getting Fredo killed because he got in the way of business. At least Fredo was given kind of a quick, relatively painless death. God wanted Jesus to suffer. Thought that might be funnier. It is kind of brutal. But, God did all these terrible things in the Bible. Christians just let it slide. They'll let that guy get away with anything, Like, I kind of see God as like a bad boyfriend, to the Christians. He's like the aggressive dickhead no one likes, and Christians are his girlfriends saying, you don't know him like I do. He's a really good guy once you get to know him. They always use that great defense, don't they? He works in mysterious ways, Like he creates all these tsunamis, earthquakes, genocide, war. He wipes out millions, entire sects of people, and they just say, well, he works in mysterious ways. Yeah, by that logic, Hitler also works in mysterious ways. He exterminated millions of Jews, millions of gypsies. He invaded all these countries. Yeah, well, he works in mysterious ways. I think God would have let Hitler into heaven. Because they have a lot more in common than you might think. For starters, they are in the genocide club together. It's a very exclusive club. Not many people have managed to pull off genocides quite as successfully as those two guys. God wiped out everyone on the face of the planet apart from like one guy and some animals on a boat. So that's a great genocide. Hitler made his way around a good fair chunk of the world. It's good genocides. I imagine they're both just in heaven in the VIP room every night doing shots and comparing numbers. Hitler's trying to say, well, I killed 6 million Jews, 3 million gypsies, and God just goes, mate, I killed 10 million people in the Bible alone. You've got fucking nothing on me. I was on a plane recently. I think when you've got God and Hitler drinking together, you need to cleanse the palate a bit. So there's this plane story. I was on a plane, and my friend had gotten the tickets for the flight really cheap. I didn't know how he'd managed to get such a good deal until we were actually sitting on the plane on the runway ready to take off, and he explained to me that a pilot who was working for the airline a few weeks earlier had been flying one of the planes and decided to kill himself, so he crashed the plane into the side of a mountain, which is a very selfish way to kill yourself. You have to take 200 people down with you or so and leave a massive mess on the side of a mountain for someone to clean up. But, God works in mysterious ways. So anyway, I was sitting on this plane terrified, thinking, the same might happen to me. I might get creamed on the side of a mountain or something like that. But then I realized now is the safest time to fly with them because they'll have boosted all the security up. They had 3 people checking the door. They had one person to check it, one person to watch them check it, a third person to come in when they're done, check it again. So it's completely fine. You're totally safe. Unless those 3 people have a suicide pact. Then you're fucked. I was on a train before, and I was on my way here, and I saw one of those posters, see it, say it, sorted. There's like anti-terrorism posters. They basically say, if you see something suspicious, either tell someone on the platform or they give you a number to call. But the one I saw before, they'd added a second phone number. There's the first one that you can call, and the second one to text. What the fuck are you going to text them? Found an unattended bag, LOL. Bomb emoji, scared face emoji, whoop. I read a lot about history, things like that, and you'd be surprised how many massacres sound like they could also be the names of dirty sexual acts. Like Peterloo, or Sandy Hook, as in, I gave her the old Sandy Hook, something like that. Wounded Knee, blowy in a car park. Sand Creek, that's sex on the beach. Bloody Falls, period sex, of course. Sugarloaf, as in I laid a fat sugarloaf on her chest. Luby's is a funny sounding name of a massacre, but only 22 people died. That's not really much of a massacre. You know, at Sand Creek, 500 people died. That's a fucking massacre. That's a good massacre. They really did well for themselves on that one. Anyway, thanks so much. I'm Ben Sherlock. You've been great.